Manchester United have stepped up or down again. Ruben Amorim's sack, is it? The Premier League is fascinating right now. Send your views to the editor at football365.com before the Champions League takes over. Sack Ruben Amorim. Now. I'd sack him now. He had a false dawn, but tonight was the worst, and against 10 men. Not a clue. Tony Clark. After this performance, I am questioning Amorim again. This defeat feels worse than some of the others. Everton down to 10 men for most of the game, and we're still the better team. Still playing 5 at the back when you're a man up? Amorim's substitutions are always suspect. Every time we get near 4th or 5th, we buckle, and this one is on Amorim. How can you play with 5 at the back against 10 men and still lose the first ball 90% of the time? I'm really disappointed tonight. What was it Einstein said about doing the same thing over and over again? Kenneth, Dublin. He's just asking for it. A year on, Dalot at left wing-back, when chasing a goal against a 10-man David Moyes team, I don't understand why it would or could work. Sure, not many other options other than Shaw, who has scored in a Euro final. Srodko. No chance Amorim wins anything at Man United. Having watched United after 10 or so games, I was honestly expecting at least a slight upgrade to the absolute shambles that was last season. And frankly, I can't comprehend how we won the last few matches that we did. Once again, no definite style of play and no basic in-game strategies, a very basic for a decent coach. No changes in formation to deal with the situational change after 20 minutes, but I guess it would have been foolhardy to expect anything such. Midfielders playing as forwards and defenders as wingers again. Absolutely no heart from any player, no desire to fight it out. Fernandes must be the worst captain we've ever had. And I could go on. I'm just wondering how we managed to end up having to endure something like this for the next 3 years. Insane.
Things happen. Things change. You might have a player sent off. They have a player sent off. Use the numerical advantage that they had last. They didn't use the advantage that they had because they had 3 players standing at the back marking 1 player. So it was pointless having Everton down to 10 men because they didn't do anything about it.
There was someone there, Charlie, a messaging on WhatsApp saying that why did they need 3 centre-backs against Tierno Barry on his own, which I think is one of the points Jamie's making. I remember you saying, Charlie, that when Manchester United picked up their form, we weren't talking about the formation anymore, like we were every single day, it seemed, when they weren't doing so well. But, and the formation has been working lately, but they haven't been playing against 10 men.
No, they haven't. And I guess that's where you go on about where you have to adapt to certain...
It was Chelsea, I suppose.
Yeah, but you have to adapt to certain scenarios, right, and certain situations. But regardless, you play 3 centre-halves against 1. Well, surely they've got enough about them, enough experience in that back 3 to go 1 in front, 1 in behind, and then you just tuck in.
But
you just move into the position.
Shaw's got a lot of England caps. De Ligt has got a
well, that's what I'm saying.
lot of caps. They do have a lot of experience. They've got Bruno Fernandes caps. That was not a young team who needed the manager to say, you've got to press forward.
That's what I'm saying. So surely you can make them decisions on the pitch also. Experienced players. Yes, you got the manager. I'm not saying go against the manager. Of course not at all times. But you can feel it on the pitch. You can change it. Them leaders on the pitch should be able to make changes and make decisions for themselves during the game. Yes,
I think they're scared, though, Charles. I think they're scared. I think the players at Man United are scared to make decisions.
But what's that say about Man United then, Jay?
Well,
like, what's that say? If you've got players, this is why the spotlight's on Mateus Cunha, because he's someone that's there carrying the badge, carrying the Man United shirt, and playing like a Manchester United player of old. Yeah. And now you've got players on the pitch that are scared to make decisions. That's ridiculous.
Well, Bruno Fernandes was on the pitch.
Yeah, but Bruno Fernandes, he's not. It can't be a one-man band, right? You've got to have quality around you. You've got to have players that can make a difference. You know, and there's, finding spaces, finding gaps. When I was watching the game last night, not only did they have 3 at the back, but there was moments when it goes out to the winger, Ahmad's a good player, by the way, and I like him. He was decent last night, and he'll have a go. But when he's turning back, his pass is 20 yards backwards. Instead of it being 5 yards backwards or 5 yards inside, where you can keep the pressure. When you watch Bournemouth play, Tom, they're a brilliant example of how to pin teams in. They'll pin you in. They'll keep getting crosses in the box. They head it out, there's someone on the edge of the box, chest it, back out, another cross. They keep the pressure on. Man United, they don't keep the pressure on you. They let you out because they haven't got the belief to go and press high because they're so scared about getting done in behind because they've got no pace at the back that they don't go and let players go in and stand on the edge of the box. When you watch it, it's unbelievable. The gaps between the three centre-halves standing at the back and the midfielders of Man United. They're scared. Go and step in, take a risk and believe in yourself that you can pin a team in and eventually the chances will come. But they have one cross, gets headed out, Everton break.
When we've been talking the last few weeks, Jamie, about Manchester United getting into the top four, and we've been asking the viewers that as well, we've got Manchester United fans on to talk about it, we'll be getting ahead of ourselves.
Well, look, I mean...
Be honest. Like, I'm saying yes. No, I'm saying yes because of...
You think they can get in the top four?
No, I'm saying we're getting ahead of ourselves because of the reaction of them... and that's just a quick reaction because they've won back-to-back games and some teams are dropping off. But you can't... I'm not saying you can't forget about last season. They was really poor. They underachieved massively. So you're not just going to flip it. It's the same manager. They've signed a couple of new players, etc. But for me, I think that's not happening. That's getting way ahead of themselves.
I think the Premier League, when you look at it, I mean, look, Aston Villa have picked up and all of it because everyone was kind of forgetting that Aston Villa are a really good team with a top manager. So, you know, I think there's clubs there you don't expect to maybe last till the end of the season. Man United need to kick on, and you know, you're seeing Liverpool down there. Are they going to stay down there? Tottenham have dropped away, so